have we learned about the two different kinds of questions we have? Let's see.
Asking a thick and thin question.
Yeah, we have thick questions and thin questions. Okay? Think about that for a minute. What does thick and thin questions mean? When Mrs. Vallant says, and when Litzy tells us, we're going to ask thick and thin questions. Okay, turn and talk with your buddy.
Okay, we'll choose.
Tell me now what you know.
Because it's thick person means what?
All right, let's come back in 3, 2, and 1, okay? So, what do we know about, let's start with thick questions. Those thick questions. Lisette?
A thick question is like when you ask a question and it's not in the story, so you need that. So then you need to think about it.
Yeah. You need to think, right? I'm going to draw a little light bulb. Right? Aha! Right? A thinking question. This is a question that is not right in the story. It's one where you need to say, and you need to use your smarts as a third grader and all of the learning that you've done to be able to find that answer. Okay? Some key words that we know that tell us that it's a thick question. Why are really good thick questions. Okay? If a question starts with why, usually it's a thinking question. Okay? Does anybody have any other key words that can tell you that it's a thick question? We haven't really talked about this much, but do you have an idea what it could be? What do you think, Andrea? Use a loud voice.
I think
When? Okay. When could be. That might also be a thin question because you could find that right in the story, right? When. Good. I like that you're trying, Andrea. Dina? Who? Maybe. Maybe. Who could be there too, right? We can find too, right? That means a person or a character. Okay? Litzy?
how?
How? Okay. Good. How? Right? Why and how are really good keywords for thick questions. Okay, on your graphic organizer, do you see the big, thick hamburger with all of the insides in it? That means it's a thick question. You can put the keywords why and how on there. Okay? All right, so now we've got the thick questions. What do we know about the thin questions? Nayeli. You know it right away, okay, or you don't have to think, you just have to look back at the story and it's like jumping out at you. It's kind of like apposition with vocabulary. The answer, the meaning of the word, is jumping out at you. It's so easy. All you do is find that answer in the story. Okay? So I'm going to say not much thinking because you do have to think to answer a thin question, right? You can't just have a brain like this. Right? You have to think. So not much thinking. And answer is right in the story. So what are some thin question keywords? Jacob?
It can be a light.
It could be a what?
A light.
Oh. What do you mean?
Like a light.
A light question, like not heavy? What do you mean? Can you explain more?
Like a light.
I don't know what you mean when you're saying like a light.
Like an easy question.
It's an easy question? Yeah, it is an easy question, right? Because it's right there in the story. There's not much thinking. We can find it. We could go back to the story and say, oh, it's right there. Right? The answer. Okay? You're right, Jacob. It's easy. So, let's think about keywords. If why and how ask us for thick ones, what are questions? What are the keywords for questions where it's right there? Okay? Arlene? Who, right? Because Dina said who before. Who means what? It's a part of one of our elements of the story. It tells us about the characters, right? The people, the animals, the who in the story. Okay? So who is one? Andres? Where? What is that answer, Andre, for our elements? The place, which in a story is the, starts with an S. Not the story, it is the setting. Yeah, right? Where is the place? It's the setting. And we can tell by looking at the pictures if it's a picture story, but if it's not, we know what it is, right? We can just read it, and probably the sentences will tell us where that story takes place. Diego? What is a really good one? Yep. Okay. Charlie? When. Yeah. What is when answer, Charlie? The kind of goes with where. When and where tell us about the setting. Yeah. Okay. All right. Why don't we start with that, and if we come up with more as we're reading, we'll add it in. Okay. Setting. You can write those in for your keywords. So when we ask and answer questions today, we know some keywords for these. Okay, when you have those written in, you can just put your pencils down. That way I will know that you're ready to start reading and using these strategies.